Oh, it might not work. Hold on. My transgender page. Anybody there? Knock, knock. Maybe somebody will come in. String. Hello, String. So instead, because I don't have my layup set up at the moment, I'm dealing with some stuff. So I figured we would just do a Q&A for the first episode, and you can ask me anything you want. You know, I don't bite. I mean, at the moment, yes. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do just yet. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I told Matthew about the live stream, but I don't know if he's going to make it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Lord. Yeah, this is about as comfortable as I get because normally when you see me do my videos, I've got like a button up or a polo shirt on, but it's my day off, so. welcome in everybody. Sorry that you joined the live stream. We're not. I'm not running trains at this exact second, but so string. What's going on with your day, bud? Well, I'm not gonna hold it against you if you go join somebody else's live stream. String. Oh, let me see something. Let me figure this thing out real quick, cause I don't know how to do this. What did you bid on, string? Well, if it isn't the man, the myth, the Clintonville. Let's see. Sorry, not running trains at the moment. Oh yeah, I remember. Hello, Jumpus, and person whose name I can't pronounce because I don't speak Arabic. I remember you talking about that Hudson. Did you get you some rest, Clintonville? The Navy? It's a nice train. I'll give you that. So I figured first live stream. What do I think about Hennessy? Are we talking about the drink, or are we talking about something else there, Croc? And yeah, I think I remember because you were talking about you wanted to get rid of the one you bought just to get the Hudson. To answer your question, Croc, I mean, I don't mind Hennessy. I have a really funny story that goes with it. First time I ever drink it, but you know, I'm more of a whiskey or rum kind of guy. But Well, vodka and Mountain Dew. Never been much of a vodka person. Robbed a bank my first time on Hennessy. Yeah, first time I had Hennessy, somebody poured it to me and I thought it was whiskey. So I just straight drowned it. He's like, no, you're supposed to sip it. I ain't gonna lie, Clintonville. I miss Mountain Dew because I haven't had it in almost 6 months, but I don't miss the 40 to 70 pounds that I'm down from not drinking soda and doing more walking. Yeah, I don't. I know I see people drinking beer and other stuff on stream, but I don't necessarily want to drink on screen. I'm probably barely getting away with vaping on screen. But at the same time, like you do, Clintonville. Aerodynamic. I remember you talking about you were ready for it to warm up, that you wanted to chop your hair, and yeah, that's what's in this cup at the moment. String. It's just uh, filtered water out of my faucet. You didn't cut the beard, did you, Clintonville? So what? You shave your head once a year and then hope that somebody gives you a free hat in the middle of winter? That's fair. Mr. Smith. Yeah, if I let my hair grow, it'll grow quick, but I'm going bald, so I kind of just, I typically try to keep it shaved. I knew what you were saying, buddy. My hair's thick too, don't feel bad. I clog clippers when I cut it, but it's just one of those things. It's like it comes with being a redhead. At least for in my family, we all have thick hair. Although I'm the only redhead in my family, so yeah, that I understand. Much like my buddy Clintonville here, you will definitely find out that I am typically a very unhinged person. If we're just sitting around bullshitting, I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck comes to my mind. Oh, hell yeah, the old fans. I'm talking about, well, I had fingers. Uh, Clinton, I want to let you address that question about the political train because I don't really get too big into politics. But I say because I've seen presidential trains that had Trump on it, Bush, Clinton, Obama. I might have seen one for Sleepy Joe. I don't fucking know. Hello, Chong. Hey, Jen. How's the weather in the Great White North? No, I don't think it's that you're overthinking it, String. I think it's just that you have an opinion. Now, yeah, I forgot about 1616 because that was a pretty one. I think I might have seen the Washington one. I'd have to go back and look at it. I saw the 4547, and that's an interesting train. I'm wondering how long it's going to take them to make it into a model train. But then again, I also wonder how long it's going to take them to make the 250-year anniversary. Okay, String, it's actually not as complicated as it seems. Okay, so 1616, Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president. 4547, Trump was the 45th and the 47th president. 41 was George Bush. Yeah, but hold on. To quote, you say, "Oh, I might paint over Trump's name." False. Yeah, I know he grew a set of balls the other day when after what he pulled on Easter and then what his demands were. Hell, I saw something the other day where they were talking about Trump was going to start putting his name on the $100 bill. Yeah, but I mean, let's be real. I think if he had honest to God, you know, bombed everybody, one, he couldn't have come back from that, and two, the military probably would have been like, no, fuck you. Not happening, boss. I don't know. Well, if it isn't my brother from somebody else's mother. Hello, mustache. Like I said, it's a Q&A, so I said we can talk about whatever. I wasn't necessarily trying to get into politics, but life will go on. Hey, Clintonville, you know that train station you got on your layout? How long did it you say it took you to build that thing? Well, I was thinking about finding one where I could get the custom station ID because I want one for my layout that says Solwyn Station or something like that. But I don't know if I want to go like old school or get one more like you. I'll say this much, String. When it comes to Clintonville, that man is a walking encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to trains, specific weights, carrying capacity, fuel capacity. Like, I love listening to him talk because he is highly informative. I mean, when it comes to my trains right now, my fleet is not really that impressive. I've got three AHM switchers. I've got a Baltimore and Ohio. I've got a, what is it? Screw it. Hold on. What is it? Atkins, Topeka, Santa Fe, ATSF. I've got a Pennsylvania. See, that's what I had talked about on one of my videos. I just model whatever I want. Like, I'll give you an example of something. Like this, which I'm giving away one of these on my channel. I bought this just because it was cool, and then I found another one at work, so I ended up with two of them. And then somehow I haven't decided if I want to go down the rabbit hole of trying to collect all the variants. Oh, yeah. And the thing I like about Clintonville's layout, I've watched him grow it from just a couple of trains to him building his roundabout, his roundhouse. And then he explained the station, how this train would typically haul this and that. You know, one of my other trains that I've got is a Norfolk Southern thoroughbred. I just got a Santa Fe GP40, I think it is. I think that's what you said it was. Okay, I'll be honest, the last one, I think I know what that is, but my brain doesn't work. About fucking time, you bastard! You took long enough. Were you out playing with thunder? Of course you were playing with thunder. Well, at least you made it, Matt. That's the important part. Probably out spinning all them maple syrups on some new white walls for thunder. Like, I'm not gonna grab my train box, at least not my track, but this box is all trains, rolling stock, my Gandy dancers that are in the box. Nothing exciting, but it's something. Hell, I was talking to somebody because I got the two Gandy dancers that somebody can choose from. And then I also have this brand new in the box Ford Thunderbird that really does not fit within my realm of things. So I'm going to sell it or give it away to somebody. I don't freaking know. But there's the Gandy Dashers that I was talking about, Matt. This one is the. This is the red and blue. This is the. I think it's blue and yellow or green and yellow, something like that. Oh, yeah. I haven't talked about this in a while. You know, that's actually a very solid idea, Clinton. Hello, Veronica. Does anybody remember this? And if you do, bonus points if you can remember what its name is. No, his name is not Timmy. That was one of the names that we were talking about. Oh, I gotta find something real quick that's in my box. Give me a second. Hell, I wish I knew somebody who wanted a good Athern box car, because, you know, it, I don't know. It don't really fit my thing. Actually, I'm probably fixing to get rid of it. Yes, don't judge me because I said a boot. I keep trying to explain people. No, not Freddy Fazbear. So the only thing that's annoying me right now, I gotta find it. Yeah. My caboose is missing a set of wheels. It never was in the box. So I gotta like figure out how to make that work. I'm looking for something particular in case you're wondering. No, actually, I think what we decided on was either Yogi or Smokey. I don't remember which. I wish I could figure out something to use as a cap for this. Is she gonna watch the new movie? And oh, it's funny that you said bottle cap string, because yeah, I have a lot of those because I'm also a Fallout fan. So we're not going to talk about bottle caps, but yeah, right now because I don't really have a lot of things. So I have my GP40 Santa Fe number 6067. Let's see. I've got my Pennsylvania number 20. Let's see. First train that I bought for my collection, which is my B&O 4820. And then let's see. I got my ATSF 332. Wait, what do you see? What's a Plymouth? This? I didn't know that's what they were called. Which one, Jim? Because I've got like 5 languages tattooed on me. My F7 Norfolk Southern Thoroughbred number 4270. Of course, like I said, I have my Gandhi dancers that are still in the box. And then I originally bought this to send to a streamer on here and then just never really got into it. But what's funny, oh, I think I read somewhere about that Clintonville. Ha 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 ha. But no, I think this is funny because if you know the joke behind this, because it says the Desire Street. Now, why would I not shout out Tucker Wubin? Yeah, I need to hook the Plymouth, as you said. I need to hook them up and get them running because I have one other train that I don't really ever show. I've only shown it off one time on my channel. But by the way, Matthew, I could very easily send you this Athearn boxcar when I send your package, bro. Would not be thing. Yeah, call him out, Clinton. Call him out. Oh, I've got. Let's see. I got two or three trains that I need to buy. I got some scenery that I need to get. I got a couple of locos, especially one that Clinton pointed out to me. It's a rail bus from Model Railroad HQ. That's 290. And then I'm gonna grab a Markland uh, Halloween train. Look, man, I've been working on trying to get my truck fixed. I'm tired of walking and catching a bus to work. Sad thing is, I think that thing has been in my cart for almost a year now, and it's still there. Um, I've got my late stepdad's '03 F-150 XL. But what's actually funny is the fact that I have a Chevy bow tie tattooed on my arm, but it's for a different reason. I do like Chevys, but I've had Ford, Dodge, Chevrolet, I've had Toyotas, whatever. So to answer your question, AT, master cylinder failed, and my mom could not get her leg up to hit the emergency brake because she's got a titanium rod in her leg. So what stopped the truck was a small tree. So the front bumper is crunched in. I replaced the master cylinder, but I got to bleed the brakes out. The airbags popped. I'm gonna put those back in. Other than that, nothing much. Damn. Um, but Jim, are you still here? I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. Oh, other than needing to fix the brakes on it, which is really going to be a bleed, maybe a brake pad swap, maybe fix a caliper, the truck's pretty much running mint. But to answer your question, um, it says Bushido, the samurai code of chivalry, to live by the sword is to die. I started a Japanese sleeve when I was like 19, 20 years old, and I kind of just never got around to it. And then my right arm kind of just started filling it in. I've also got a few more on my back. I've got one big one back here on my shoulder. I've got about 40 tattoos. But what's actually funny is I'm getting ready to get a train tattoo, a very special one. Oh no 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 no! See, that's the one that's somewhere else, and it says. So, Jim, my profile picture on here is me actually standing on the front of the 576 here in Nashville, and I'm gonna do the NC and STL 576 uh, number plate because I've been part of the Nashville Steam Project since like day one. So as soon as they get it back in service, I'm one of the first people who gets to go on a ride on it. I think you'll get there, String. Yeah, what's actually funny, I realize this is bass backwards, but so this train show right here, um, it's for the train show that's upcoming in July, and I've got a request in to be a vendor there this year. To answer your question, I would be fine with either one, preferably engineer. I used to be subcontracted to CSX Railroad. I transported their engineers and conductors in like a 14 plus state rotation. I've filled in a couple applications for CSX, RJ Corman, and I put it in for one other train company that I can't think of right now. York, as in like York, Pennsylvania? I guess Matthew got lost. He left. I'm sad. But at least he showed up. Dude, Data. See, I don't follow Nick's Crossing because I didn't know they there, but Data Fight, it's funny because there's a train thing that I follow on Facebook, and they keep talking about Data Fight a lot. But I'll have to check out Nick's Crossing. Yeah, I've got one other. I've got so all the stuff that's over there is my HO scale stuff. I've got one other train, but it's put up in the box right now because it was a Christmas gift from my grandmother. I actually did a video. I actually did a live unboxing of it on my channel, but I've run it one time on stream, but or not on a video, whatever. But I don't want to run it and wear it out because it's old. Although they're really not worth much. It's the Nightmare Before Christmas train. And what's cool, there's a switch on it. You hit it one way and it just runs the train. But you flip it the other way and it'll run the train, but it has like music and sound effects and stuff. If you want to string, I can show you because it's literally right over there. Northwest Short Line. Good thing I've got a cup full of ink pens right here beside my bed. North West Short Line. Okay, got it. Oh, I forgot about this monstrosity. Is anybody a fan of Thomas the Tank Engine? Don't judge me, Clintonville. I found this thing at work. I did a video on it, and unfortunately, it. Dude, you know what? I actually know quite a few model train fans that are not fans of Thomas the Tank Engine. Matter of fact, I know one particular model train YouTuber who absolutely despises Thomas the Tank Engine. But yes, it is. It's Birdie. Oh yeah, dude. Heist absolutely hates Thomas the Tank Engine. I know SMT Mainline. He will talk about it, but he doesn't own any. What's actually funny that you said that, Clintonville. that's one of the trains that I'm trying to get for my layout. Even if I don't get one that runs, I just want it for the layout. But yeah, supposedly this is supposed to be the one for the Trackmaster that when you run it, it'll like drive itself. But I put a battery in it, brand new battery, all that stuff, and it just doesn't do anything. So now it's just there. Probably just going to make it decoration on the layout eventually, whenever I get around to it. But did you want me to show you that Nightmare Before Christmas train string, or I can just tag you in it? Oh, really? Huh, that's cool. Apparently, Thomas because people bullied him for liking trains, saying he wasn't. He was a Thomas fan, and then justified reason I hate to take Thomas. In my opinion, I was also bullied for it and still love it. Dude, I've talked about it in my intro video that my introduction to the train world started with Shining Time Station when I was a little kid. So, Shining Time Station with Ringo Starr as Mr. Conductor before George Carlin took over. And then, of course, you know, all the concurrent Thomas the Tank Engine shows. And then there were several other train shows that I remember. But yeah, give me a second. I'll grab the thing. Oh. So so this is the Nightmare Before Christmas train set. Okay. And you got Oogie Boogie driving the locomotive. You've got Santa Jack as a carrier car. You've got Jack and Sally as a car. This one's got Zero. And then this one's got Lock, Shock, and Barrel, Sally, and Zero on it. And then this is the caboose. But you can see the cars better on the back. But I don't want to pull the whole thing out, but I'll show you what I'm talking about with some of the sounds. And I'm assuming this is somewhere between O and G gauge. Yeah, probably. But, so one way. Uh-oh. Well. Maybe the battery's dead? I've got a video on my channel that shows what it sounds like when it's running. You just have to go back and look. It might be, it's like I posted it somewhere close to Christmas time. I don't know. Because S gauge is usually a little bit bigger. I don't know. I don't get paid to know things. Give me a second. I'm going to take a quick hit. I don't know, Clinton. It was working when I put it up. It's been put up since Christmas. I mean, if I didn't think that YouTube would get mad at me, I would be smoking on screen. But that's also why I haven't grabbed my random bottle of alcohol. Technically, what's in my stuff is perfectly legal, and I get it from a very legal state. But it's questionable. But I own it, so middle fingers to the haters. You never answered my question, though. By the way, Matthew. I live in a van down by the river. Fucking Chris Farley, bro. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with Lego monorails. They're cool. I don't own one just because animals. Ugh. Well, I know that even if I don't get to be a vendor at the train show, I'm definitely going to try to go live at the train show, and if nothing else, I'm going to do a walk around video. Um, well, Jim, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Originally, I grew up in a little smaller town, but I've lived in Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, North and South Carolina, Illinois, Massachusetts, Texas. So, Matthew, were you wanting that Athearn box car? Because I don't really think I'm going to run it on my stuff, and I'd rather give it to somebody who's going to appreciate it. The tiny town in NorCal. Okay. Pancakes. Making pancakes. Bacon, pancakes. Making pancakes. Bacon, pancakes. So you said you got Thunder out, Matthew. How's she running? You want to live in Arizona? Oh yeah, let's live in a place where it's 100 degrees during the daylight and then it drops like 60 degrees at night. And it does snow in Arizona, by the way, just not very often. Good on you. That means you'd stored it well. Yeah. It's like, here, I'm going to go take a shower. Oh, fuck, my foot. That happened to a friend of mine. Although I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind going to Arizona to see the great tarantula migration. That would be kind of cool. Jim, you said you're from Massachusetts. What part of Massachusetts? Oh, dude, speaking of motorcycles, Matthew, uh, ran into a buddy of mine this earlier today, and he's got five motorcycles now. Two of them are for sale. One of them is a 2005 Hawk 650 that he said he would sell for 1200, and then he's got a Honda Matic he said he would sell for 1500. Oh, I know where Bridgewater is, Jim. I used to live in Chelsea and Revere. I used to be able to walk like 15 minutes and I'd be in Eastie. So, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I worked at GameStop in Chelsea. And then, unfortunately, the only reason I moved is because right before I moved in the house that I was staying in, a tree had fallen on the roof and it damaged the roof, so the roof was leaking. And she finally got a contractor or whatever to come in, and they had to strip the roof. So everybody on the upstairs of the house had to move out. But while I was in Massachusetts and Chelsea, I did end up on an episode of Cops. Trust me, I saw the thing about the application to try to move to Canada, let alone get out of it to come here. Yeah, I know, right? Appreciate your service, Jim. Yeah, my dad served in the Navy during Persian Gulf Desert Storm, so he broke his back doing a halo, so he got medically discharged. Yeah, but I think if you came down out of Canada, down into Arizona or whatever, it would probably break your heart because, you know, you'd be away from your family. A former MP. That's funny. Not touching that comment. No, it's just Oh, Clintonville, if you want to jump on that horse, you can attack that one. I'm not going to hold it against you, bud. I mean, I understand that too, Matthew, but I think if you brought Thunder here, you'd be like, "Holy crap! The car scene down here is amazing." Too bad that guy that said he'd give me $1,000 for shouting him out earlier was probably completely full of crap. That would buy a lot of railroad stuff right now. Yeah. Yeah. USA, land of the free because of the brave. Dude, I've got friends that live in Canada, not even including like Matthew. I've got friends that live in Newfie, Nova Scotia, Ontario, all that stuff, and they're like, please don't move here. Canada is freaking shitty. I think everywhere is just you're gonna have good and bad everywhere, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to visit Nova Scotia, hang out with Matthew and David and all them. I've got my friend Terry who lives in Newfoundland. And then I've got my friend Ash that lives in Thunder Bay. Hell, I almost tried to marry a girl from Quebec. I was a young and dumb teenager, so. And I've got friends. I got a guy that was in motorcycle thing with me for a while. He lives in Medicine Hat, Alberta. So it's like, you know, oh, Matthew, please explain to him the healthcare thing. Yeah, well, I think it would be equally as bad to marry somebody from Newfie. And by the way, hi, Lauren. Yeah, me and the girl from Quebec that I was friends with and whatnot, we have a running joke. We had a running joke about maple syrup, but 15 plus years ago, she decided she was going to go on a walkabout to South America. Last time I checked, she was in Peru. 34th wedding anniversary is the 11th. Well, happy anniversary to you and your significant other. Tsuchino Kaze 80 is Lauren? Hmm, that's a really cool name. To answer your question, Lauren, String was talking about they wanted to be in Canada for the free health care. I totally don't have anime tattoos on my arm, you know. Oh, anytime somebody calls me or asks me a stupid question and says my name, I'll just look at him and go, Nanjiga Irumasuka. Everybody's like, I want to live in Canada. They have free health care, free weed, blah, blah, blah. Weed's legal. Yeah, well. Oh, I know. Hence the reason why Kazakage. What does Yuki Kaze have to do with anything, Matthew? Whereas down here, you could have went to the ER or one of the walk-in things. Appreciate you, Jim. And they would have gave you that cortisol shot in about 5 minutes. So other than getting Thunder out, what'd y'all do today? That had to hurt. Trust me. When I was like 12 or 13, I was riding my bike and I pulled onto a volleyball court to turn around. And about 5 feet from the steel wire I didn't see, I crashed into it and I stripped this finger down to the muscle, took the height off of this one, and I fractured my hand. My finger was stuck like this, and they had to take my finger, reset it, and then press it flat to re-break my knuckle. And my finger still has a very slight uh, gap in it, but it does help when I play the bass though, because it's like yeah, I can walk the fretboard a little easier. Still a little bit of tension because that feels weird having that bone be separated, but well, I don't recommend you do it string. It's not a fun experience. I fell on some black ice about 2 years ago, and I pretty much snapped my leg, spiral fractured it, and messed my ankle up. And I went to work pretty much the very next day. An epic chicken. What is epic chicken? Does it go well with craft dinner, Matthew? Shake and bake. I've got some party wings that I'm going to make my homemade Aloha barbecue sauce with very soon. Well, get down with your bad self, Lauren. So, do you guys do your stuff kind of like we do, where you have like an annual sticker for your tags? Well, just don't try to burn the old tires off by doing burnouts all day long, Matthew. How much is it going for, string? Ooh, I don't know what to tell you there because the only thing I can hope is that it was like when me and Matthew were looking at a train recently that somebody will come in last minute and snipe it. Well, if you do get it string, which it seems like you're going to, you just have to post videos of it. I'm sure it'll be cool. Oh no, somebody sniped it out from underneath you. Oh darn, you got off the hook. See, here, so we used to have this thing here, Lauren, called MARTA, which is like emissions, and we stopped doing that crap. So I just have to pay whatever the fee is yearly to get my sticker put on my license plate. And why are you not allowed to do burnouts, Matthew? Well, if it was eBay, you better hope that you get it put in there before it gets taken out. Because most eBay auctions will hit your account within 5 minutes. See, where I grew up, Lauren, pretty much nobody had a catalytic converter on their car, so it was pretty much just straight exhaust. But here, before they got rid of emissions, if you had any kind of check engine lights or whatever on your dash, they would fail you instantly. Well, that's really nice of Lauren. I can tell how much you love her, especially since she let you take over her sunroom for your train layout. LOL. Not just your sun deck. I swear he has more than a hobby shop. I mean, he's got an entire bedroom layout at Trailer Town, so although he swears he's going to tear it down sometime soon. So the 44 got sound and all that stuff, Clintonville. Hell, up until recently, Lauren, I thought you were his wife. That's why I gave him so much crap. See, the only reason I don't have DCC on my stuff right now, Clintonville, is one, I don't. have my layout set up in the house because, well, people are a little grumpy about not having my trains plugged up, and two, I don't have it all wired up. Well, what's actually funny about that, Matthew, I'm an ordained minister, so I could marry you. I'm legally allowed to. Well, what you could do, String, is you could take it to the train show with you, and you might be able to work out a trade, or somebody might buy it off of you or trade it for something you want. I don't know. I'm taking a bunch of my trains and rolling stock to the train show either way with me. Because, see, the train show that I'm going to, it's like $7, I think, to go to the show. Hold on. Let me see, what is it? Yeah, it's $7. And then the only other thing they ask you is that you bring like two pieces or two items of like non-perishable food, like canned goods or something, because it goes to the local food bank. I mean, the only other option I could think of, String, is that you message the seller and be like, "Hey, I didn't mean to bid on this. You might get away with a one-time cancellation." I don't know, Matt. I was thinking about if I don't take this stuff to the train show, I might post some of the trains and rolling stock on eBay or something. Only reason I bought the that one thrift store buy that I picked up recently, honestly, I bought it more for the fact of all the track that was in it. The trains were just an added bonus. Too bad you're not into trains, Lauren. Besides, he said he sold off a bunch of his train stuff recently. That's why I'm not going to send you that Athearn box card, despite the fact that I want to, Matt. Plus, I don't think you model Santa Fe anyway. I mean, that's a valid point, String. Well, maybe one of these days we'll get you drug onto the live stream with him and you can run some trains for yourself. Call it the Suchi no Kaze train run. reason why. Oh, I mean, I was string, but I was also talking to Lauren simultaneously. Multitasking. Something somebody with ADHD is very hard to do. But no, that's why I was telling them earlier, Lauren. It's funny because usually if you see my videos, I'm in either a polo shirt or my button down. But this is just a little for my first live stream, so I'm doing like a more of a Q and A or just kind of shoot the shit kind of stuff. So I'm just like, I'm gonna be comfortable because I'd rather be in a tank top anyway. Were you in here earlier, Matt, when I was talking about getting my train tattoo? Has Lauren seen my stickers? I know. Yeah, pretty much. I did. So it's loosely based on the Ghost Train uh, that comes out every year. I've actually got a train design shirt that I'm doing with it. See what's funny, Matthew, that you said that? I run four YouTubes, okay? I have Lost Souls Railroad, which is this one. I have Darth Ginger. I do like Funko and all kinds of other random collectible stuff on there. I have Howling Wolf Customs. That's my motorcycle channel. And then I have my original, which is PSI Captain 615, which originally started. PSI stood for Psycho Skaters Incorporated. It originally started with the people I skateboarded with, but then I just kind of started posting whatever made me happy. No, Lauren likes anime. I totally don't have an entire shelf full of anime Funko Pops and other stuff around my room. Yeah, because I totally don't have, the Flamel from Full Metal Alchemist tattooed on my arm. I don't have the Joker. You know, I have my Star Wars tattoos. I have the patch from one of my favorite video games right here on my arm. You know, I have Assassin's Creed back here on my shoulder. And then I have a custom stitch tattooed on my arm. You know, I mean, that could work, Matthew. I feel like, I mean, people would pay you to, well, not pay, but you know what I mean. They would enjoy watching you ride around in the vintage caddy. Oh, my apologies. Oh, I got two real, speaking, and then what's funny, I got a bunch of stickers, but I found this one the other day. But I got uh, two stickers the other day from a giveaway, and the first one I thought was funny. It just says false with a pair of sunglasses. But I don't know. I got one other day that I thought was funny. It says please excuse please forgive my helper. He's stupid. Yeah, I can't say nothing. I've been watching One Piece for the last 30 years almost. Naruto, Dragon Ball, like I've got so many anime that it's ridiculous. If you watched Full Metal Alchemist 20 years ago, you can't be that old, Lauren. And no, I'm not asking you how old you are. I'm just saying you can't be that old. Yeah, 42. Oh, wow, you're young. Hell, I got 25 days until my birthday. Yeah, I was watching the live action one. It's all right. They said they're gonna rush it. SDF one. Here we go back on this Berkshire stuff string. Oh, anything Studio Ghibli is in my wheelhouse. First, I love Astro Boy. It's good. Um, First thing I ever cosplayed was from Sailor Moon. Evangelion is pretty good. Escaflowne is good. X. Are you referring to Samurai X? Like my brain's not working. Yes, string. I'll be around for a little while. Oh, sorry, dude. My brain go weep and checks out sometimes. Yeah. So if it's 7:55 here, what time is it in Nova Scotia? Oh, so you're 2 hours ahead of me. I figure y'all were getting ready to go to bed. I wonder who likes Firefly. By God, shiny revolver. Come here, bud. Hold on a second. Come here.
It wasn't.
Come
There
here.
wasn't nothing done about it.
Come here.
Bad things would happen.
Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Yeah, this is my buddy. His name is Batman. Oh, bud. Come here. Come here. Yes, it's a puppy. Baby. Big baby. He's a spoiled baby, is what he is. I actually have a video on my channel where he came and made a special guest appearance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's got them happy spots. especially if you scratch like his butt or his chest. He sounds so vicious. But if I leave him alone for a few minutes, he'll curl up on my bed and go to sleep. I've actually got a video of him on my phone of him snoring. It was so adorable because he was barking in his sleep. Yeah, he's a good boy. He turned 6 this year. Yeah, I want to watch that Darth Maul show, but I don't have Disney Plus right now, so I have to download the show as it comes out. I might just wait until it all comes out and then just binge watch it. Yeah, I've got a 14-year-old ginger cat named Buddha. Cat is so damn spoiled, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I'll send you some pictures of Buddha so you can show Lily, Matt. See, he's going to sleep already. Spoiled rotten baby. What's funny is if I'm downstairs, he likes to sit in my lap. All 60 plus pounds of him. Alright, Matt. May the force be with you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and call it because I'm gonna go watch my show and play some video games before I go to bed. Dude, my birthday is Star Wars Day, Matthew. So yeah, like that entire shelf is all Sith, including what's up there. So, wait, let's see. Darth Maul, Vader, Saj Ventress, Dooku, Scion, Vader, Nihilus, Shin Hati, Balin Skull, Malgus, Treya, the holographic hologram, glow in the dark. I have the Ronin, Merrick. I just picked this one up recently. And then I totally don't have a bunch of other stuff. But yeah. Alright, guys. But yeah, I'll send those pictures to you, Matt. I'll see y'all on the backside. Thanks for coming in, guys.